Good evening, everyone. Good evening, girls and boys. We have Hasna Haruz from the Colombo office today. Ask Grit is all about questions from all of you around the world. What we do is we answer all these questions at the end of the week so that it can add some value to you, because most of the time we find that these are really, really good questions. Today, we are going to focus on overseas investors, which Hasna and the team over there has got from our client. Hasna, how are you doing today?
Excellent. How are you, Navi?
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. What have you got?
Okay, so just a few questions lined up. So one of the questions is, so right now with the current pandemic, countries are going through a very rough time. What can the Australian property market offer in terms of helping them to gain investors, in terms of helping them to gain stability?
No, you're right. It's quite crazy out there in most of the countries. And rather than being crying about it, I mean, people who would like to invest, Australia is a great destination simply because of the stability and growth. And I think in Australia, the main reason for investors to still invest is because of the fundamentals. When I say fundamentals, the population growth is stable. I mean, Australia is one of the countries which has bounced back rapidly, and not only the property market, but economy as a whole has grown, and jobless rates have come down. It has a phenomenal ride. So I think the fundamentals are great, and as an investor, they cannot simply go wrong on a long-term basis if they invest in Australia.
Right. Okay. And so then I have seen and read your post about property management. What does property management means? Like, if you could break it down in simple terms.
Yeah, for sure. Property management is when you invest in a property, you either build a property or you settle on an apartment or a house, and then if you want to rent it out, property management services would kick in. The services include: we rent out the property, we find a tenant, we shortlist them, we screen them. It's not a matter of renting it to anyone, it's having the right tenant in the right property, because you don't want any trouble in the long term from the wrong tenant. We screen them very well, and then we rent it out. We manage all the bills, all the outgoing, and then it's an ongoing thing. There'll be routine inspections to make sure the property is being kept properly. And then from the owner's point of view, they get statements at the end of the month with their outgoings and the income, so that everything is transparent and very, very easy from the investor's point of view.
And how easy is it to find a tenant to a house or an apartment? Like the ones moment you purchase a property through credit?
Depends on the location. I mean, we always recommend properties which can be easily rented out. Typically within 1 to 2 months max, there will be a tenant. There has been some issues in the CBD or the city apartment market because of COVID, because most of the student population has gone back to their home countries. But renting out in the city will take some time, but in the outer suburbs, there's no issue at all. So when we propose something, we always make sure it can be rented out pretty quickly.
Okay, so Shireen wants to know if her price would appreciate in the next 5 years. Currently, right?
Shireen, your price will appreciate if you invest in the right location. It's all about the location. It's all about the right property in the right location. And again, based on the wishes and appreciation is, if that's important to you, Shireen, we always recommend an house or a house and land from a developing area, so that appreciation will definitely happen because of the developments involved.
And approximately, if you're talking about the rental she would be expecting on the returns?
Again, depends on the property. Say for example, if he's looking at, say, 4-bedroom property in a place like either Geelong or Mickleham or Officer, you're looking at about $440 or $450 a week, which is about $1,900 a month.
Okay. So would like to know how strong is the property market in Australia right now?
The market is very hot. It has been going on like that right after COVID, as of end of 2020. It's been very, very hot. Now, right now, Melbourne and Sydney are at a lockdown, as you probably know. Even with lockdowns, I mean, the second-hand market will become slow because you cannot really go and show anyone property because of the lockdowns. The off-the-plan markets, land releases have been selling in about 15 minutes on weekends. The market is really hot because now there's been so much of first home buyers who was buying prior to March because there was so much of grants and benefits available. But now the investor market has kicked in, and the interest rates are really low at the moment from the locals' point of view, and it will remain low for the next 2 years at least. So it's a perfect time for investors to get in, and everyone is capitalizing on it. There's people don't have anything else to spend these days because they're at home saving money, and fortunately they're doing the right thing.
Right. Also, Tony wants to know what are the investment options that can provide 15% in return and the locations.
15% return. Yes, just to clarify, 15% is not the rental return. You cannot get 15% from rental, I don't think, from anywhere in the world. But 15% is when you rent out the property, you keep it for about 5 to 10 years, and you sell it. You get the return, you get about 15% per annum. Now, the locations which you can get that would be, definitely a house is preferable. Houses can be places like, if Tony is talking about Melbourne, you can invest in places like Geelong, Mickleham, Officer. Those are probably the best areas if you take the whole geography of Melbourne. But if you are looking at Brisbane, again, Southeast Queensland, that territory is definitely a growth corridor to invest in.
So does this mean that the investors will be able to generate positive cash flow?
So in terms of the positive cash flow, that really depends on what sort of leverage they take from the bank. If they take, typically as a foreigner, you can borrow up to 60%. When you borrow 60% with a 40% deposit, you are definitely on a positive cash flow territory. Whereas if you're looking at 20% or less, then it won't be positive cash flow. So again, depending on the property, depending on the contribution, depending on how we structure the loan. But from a foreigner's point of view, it's definitely positive cash flow.
Okay, so Vinoli says she has seen a couple of posts on history and geographical locations all over Australia, like our posts going over the page. She wants to know how she could get more information.
Right. Yeah, so that's a very interesting question. So we have started up a series of posts, as well as there's few campaigns going on all social media channels on every Friday. It's called Flashback Friday. It's an idea by one of our guys, and it's been really, really good because the response has been really good. The engagement has been so good, and it's educational. It's perfect for a Friday afternoon. So the best place to go is whatever the platform you're familiar with, either Instagram or Facebook or LinkedIn. Visit our page. It will be there for you. It has some geographical, historical element to it. It can be a Melbourne, Flinders Street station, how it evolved from what it was 100 years ago to now. It can be Brisbane, some sort of a location, how it has evolved. So it's very, very interesting.
Okay, Naveen. So this is the last question I have got for the day. Are you only based in Australia?
Well, yes, I am based in Australia, but Our offices are all over the place. We have office in Melbourne, we have office in Colombo, we have a fully fledged team. We have offices in Hyderabad, and then we will be opening an office in Dubai. We have an agent over there right now.
That's all from my side.
Let's see what else we have got. Okay, there's one more. Talking about Brisbane, do you think Brisbane is a better place to invest right now because Olympics is coming in 2032? Absolutely. Whenever, I think this question was asked as well, whenever the Olympics comes in, that whole area gets developed. So there is a natural growth into the suburb because of the infrastructure developments, the road networks, and the stadiums will be developed because there has to be a specific standard for any Olympics anywhere in the world. Definitely, Brisbane is a great spot to invest. In the next 10 years, there will be tremendous growth in Brisbane. There's no doubt about it. Okay, looks like there's one more. What can you recommend in Clayton and in Melbourne, and what sort of prices can we expect? It really depends on whether you're looking at a house, townhouse, or an apartment, because the price can vary based on that. If you're looking at apartments, in Clayton, close to Monash University, you get apartments, one-bedders from about 400,000, two-bedroom from about 520,000, three bedrooms from about 750 to 800,000. If you're looking at townhouses, you're looking at about 900,000 upwards, based on the size of the townhouse. Houses can be 1.1, 1.2 million onward. So Clayton is about 25 minutes away from the city. The main attraction is the Monash University. I'm sure you might have kids going into Monash, or planning to go, or someone who's already there. But based on your price, based on your budget, we can recommend something. So those are the pricing in Clayton. Another one, is that true there'll be a train station in Clyde? Yes, it is. The dates are not finalized, but according to the data which is available, we're looking at about 3 to 6 year period. And that's going to be definitely a driving factor in Clyde, because whenever a new train station comes in, the properties will definitely grow. Excellent question. But, the one I liked was about the Flashback Friday. It sounds like people are loving it as we expected. That's fantastic.
Naveen, I just got a message asking what is the hot suburb right now in Melbourne for an investor?
Hot suburb right now. I would recommend either go with Geelong or Mickleham, because there's so much of potential. If I tell you why Geelong, the main driving factor is there's a lot of companies who has moved their head offices over there. A lot of people don't realize there's 100,000 employees or more who are in Geelong, and all of these guys need housing. There's so much of rental demand in Geelong. And number two is there'll be a Geelong to Melbourne speed train, which will come up, which will start construction in 2023, which means in the next 5 years, there'll be a speed train from Geelong to Melbourne. So imagine the lifestyle in Geelong with the beachfront access, beach access, the coastal town, and with proximity of about 40 to 45 minutes to Melbourne, people will love it, and it's going to be a game changer. So Geelong is definitely a hotspot, as well as Mickleham. Mickleham has so much of potential. There will be business park, shopping centers, new train stations. There's plans by two major developers called MAP Corporation as well as Stockland for the next 10 to 15 years. So these two will definitely grow in value.
Right.
All right, short and sweet. That's how we like it. Thank you so much for joining, for people who joined in, and we'll see you again next Friday. Every week we come to you live with our own teams, answering the questions so that it can add some value to you and learn something new. Until we see you next week, have a good night and have a great weekend.
That's it.